welcome back to Grandma's house. I'm glad you're here. Pull up to the table if you dare to drop some knowledge. That's all we speak here. Welcome back to Grandma's house. I'm Grandma MC Meek, aka Shamika Davis Boyd, welcoming all grandparents to a podcast where they get to speak out freely about situations they are dealing with in their everyday lives in these uncertain times. Hello, everyone, and thank you for being a part of a community of grandparents that wants to make a difference in their grandchildren's lives. Today's topic, grandparents, are you receiving your flowers while you're alive? I have 5 ways that our grandchildren can give us our flowers while we are alive. But grandparents, there is a catch to this plan. Do you feel valuable as a grandparent? Are you receiving your flowers while you're alive? How do we receive our flowers from our grandchildren? Number 1, we have to teach our grandchildren how to love us, and we have to give our grandchildren unconditional love. What does that mean? In order for someone to know how to love you, you have to have a conversation about it, and we have to learn what our grandchildren need for them to feel loved by us. How we do that is by communication, talking to them, letting them know what we need from them, how to love us and how to show us unconditional love and vice versa. So I think by teaching them that is how they can show us and what we mean to them, and that's how they could give us a flower, and that's how they could give us our flowers. So it don't have anything to do with money. So that's how we can teach them how they can give us our flowers as grandparents while we are alive. That's number 1. Step 2 is getting involved. Getting involved with your grandchildren. This is what it means. Part 2. We let our grandchildren know and understand that every time they call us, every time they draw a special picture for us, every time they want to come and visit our home, all those kisses and hugs is another part of them giving us their flowers while we are alive. It's very important that we put these concepts inside our grandchildren for them to understand how important it is for us to bond in that way. Step 3, is legacy building. I know I talk a lot about legacy building because it's so important, especially as a grandmother. I feel it's very important. So what I mean by that, letting our grandchildren know every time they do good in school, every time they do good in sports, going to the church, praying, being obedient, eating their vegetables, anything that they do good, and it shows that we as adults are raising them in a proper way. That is a legacy that comes from us as adults, as us as grandparents, that we had instilled in our children, that's hopefully in our children is instilling in our grandchildren, and we are doing it too. So that right there, when we know our grandchildren are doing good, we have to keep on letting them know that we are proud of them, and they know that, so they want to continue to do good and let us see it. So by them doing good is another way that we can tell them that's how you give us our flowers while we're alive as your grandparent. We just want you to continue to do good in life. So that's number 3. Number 4, caring and protection. Grandparents, we must teach our grandchildren how to be helpful around the house, how to offer their help when they're with us. Teach them how to do safety and techniques that they can do to help us in case of emergency. These little things that we teach them and instill in them is a part of them learning what they can do as we are aging as their grandparents. And with them helping and lending a hand and knowing different things we need, that's a way we can explain to them how they give us our flowers as their grandparents while we're alive. If when we tell them what's special to us and what they're doing to show their love to us, we have to let them know that we appreciate it, and that's their flower, and it doesn't cost money, and we have to keep on letting them know that. So that's number 4. Number 5, quality time and vacation. Grandparents, we must teach our grandchildren about quality time. When we spend time with our grandchildren, we have to let them know that it's very special to us. And when we go on vacation with our grandchildren, we have to let them understand that we all have to do things together. Sometimes we got to do things they like, and sometimes they got to do things we like, because that's a way of bonding. And we have to let them know that how special that is. And by them doing that, and wanting to do it with us, it makes us very happy. And that's another way of giving us our flowers while we are alive, because these will be memories that will last forever. Children don't know, a lot of children don't understand this at their age right now. They understand it when they get older. So we have to, as grandparents, we have to take advantage of that right now to keep letting them know. Keep letting them know that this is important. Now is important. We can't wait for tomorrow to worry about what's going to happen. Let's deal with every time we see our grandchildren, we instill positive things into them. We let them know exactly what we need and what we want from them, and let them know how they giving us our flowers, and because, like I said, no one know how to love you unless you tell them what you need when it comes to love, because love could be in a totally different from someone else. So I think that that's a great way to bond with a child and bond with your grandchildren, by letting them know that the quality time with them is very special, and that's the way they can give you their flower. These are 5 different ways that we can explain to our grandchildren how they can give us our flowers while we're alive, because love don't cost a thing. And we have to let them know that you don't have to have money to make your grandparents happy. You just have to have these 5 things that I just went over to want to do in your life, and that will make us happy as grandparents, and that'll be our flowers while we are alive. And that's the things I'm talking about. Just like I said, these 5 things are valuable. It's valuable to us as grandparents. Grandparents, if you have other ways that we can let our grandchildren know how they could give us our flowers, leave a comment down below and let us know, because your wisdom and your knowledge can and will help others. Until next time, always remember, Grandma's house is always open. If you are a grandparent and you are dealing with the same situation or a similar situation, subscribe, hit that like button, and leave a comment down below. Because grandparents, we must stick together if we want things to change. Bye for now, and always remember, Grandma's house is always open.